Hey guys, um, it's 7:45. It's Tuesday morning, I think, and I figured I'd try to just get in a little quick yoga before school starts. One of my daughters starts online school today, the other's on spring break, so we'll see how that all goes. Um, and so I'm in a different room today because this place I was in yesterday is really tiny, so wasn't even able to get off of the mat, or you wouldn't see me on the film. So now I'm going to be back further. So just a quick little yoga flow for you, maybe a little bit more movement this time. So if you have a mat, that's great. If you don't, it's not a big deal at all. And really, it's more just like kind of a beginner, just moving through some poses, nothing scary, nothing crazy. If you've never done yoga before, that's even better. No expectations, and just kind of a place to move your body. I think your kids could even do this with you. I'll try to maybe get my girls in here at some point to do it with us, and see how it goes. So here we go. So I always like to start in seated position. I know some teachers start in other ways or just get right into it, but for me, even when or if I am having, feelings of tension or feeling nervous about anything, it still does really help me to get grounded for a moment. So for me to sit in Sukhasana or sit like this with my feet tucked underneath me, or just even my ankles crossed here, or in any way, even legs out in front, just helps me take a moment to get back to breath. So we'll do that, and put your hands on your knees. Your hands can be in your lap, and close your eyes and just start to take a few breaths in whatever way the breath comes to you. It can be big sighs throughout the mouth, but just focusing on breath. And even when thoughts arise, and even as distractions or sounds happen around you, just go back to breath. Easier said than done, but that's why we call this a practice. Maybe you can start to feel your lungs expanding from the sides so that your ribs are actually opening, and maybe even touching the insides of your arms with your inhale. And as you exhale, you feel your lungs deflate. And if you'd like here, you can start that Ujjayi breath. It's just victorious breath is what we call it, and that's that inhalation and exhalation through the nose. So keeping the lips sealed. The jaw relaxed, and you inhale through your nose and you exhale through your nose. And while I'm doing this, I like to take a body scan. So you continue breathing and I'll talk you through, but as I'm breathing, inhaling through my nose and exhaling through my nose, and really getting grounded through my sit bones, and really feeling my spine get long and my shoulders drop away from my ears. When I do this, I like to then just take a body scan, like starting from the tips of my toes and just scanning my body all the way up to my ankles, to my shins, to my knees, my thighs, hips, my abdomen, torso, all the way up to the top of my head. And when I do that scan, I just see like what's happening. Is there a place, is there a spot that's a little tight or that's talking to me? And then I kind of take notice of that. And then I just breathe and let that go. So again, that's something we say in yoga, like let it go. Easier said than done. But I kind of focus there. I might go, my knee is kind of bothering me. Maybe to put an inhale and exhale breath like right there to that knee. And then I move on. Moved up towards my thigh or up towards my hip. So maybe you can do that too. It's like you're honoring that place for just a moment, and then you're moving forward. On your next inhale breath, reach your arms out to the side, all the way up overhead. You can open your eyes if you'd like, reaching all the way up to the ceiling, feeling your spine get really long, lowering your shoulders away from your ears, press your palms together. Hands come down to heart center on your exhale. And here, just set your intention for today. I think today my intention will be patience, as I am working from home with 2 kids at home. So I think patience will be something that I need to really tap into right now. I really put a big inhale and exhale right there at that intention. Good. Drop your hands down towards your sides. Big inhale, reach all the way up. And then you're gonna open up your arms to the right. So press the air down, like really, really pressing the air down, feeling your fingertips reach to the front and to the back. You can start to look over your back shoulder, still feeling both sit bones root to the ground. Inhale, reach your arms up, palms go up. And exhale, other direction. If you'd like, look over your back shoulder, twisting from the torso, keeping your hips straight towards the front. Inhale, palms up. And exhale, push the air down. The thing I love about yoga is we move with breath. Every breath is intentional. Turn your palms up. Inhale, come up. And exhale through your nose, push your arms down. Good, we'll do that one more time each side. Inhale up. Exhale, push the air down. Inhale up. And exhale, push the air down. One more time. Inhale, reach your arms up. Take your right hand back behind you and then just reach back. You can bend that back elbow, just reaching over behind you. Just getting a side body stretch. Really, you can reach your arm over to the right wall. Just feeling that stretch wherever it feels good. You can even kind of move a little bit with this one. There's no right or wrong in yoga. Really, anything goes. So just whatever feels good. Inhale, come up. Left arm goes back and then reach up and over. So in yoga, if you ever feel any pain, that's not what we're going for. Like you might feel like sensation, and that's good. And what we're doing here is nothing very, very strenuous. So we just want you to go to a point where you feel. And then if it feels like too much, maybe you back off. Maybe you challenge yourself, but you just stay listening, you just stay noticing. Inhale, come up. And exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Hands on your hips. We'll just open our chest and round through our upper spine a little bit. Inhale, open through the chest. You can use your hands as leverage on your knees. And exhale, round. You can kind of sit back on your sit bones all the way in your sacrum. Inhale, come up. And exhale, round. Inhale through the nose. Even look up. Maybe you lift your chin up a little bit, if that's okay for your neck. And then you exhale, round forward, really rounding through your back, rolling back on your sacrum. Inhale, come up one more time, up and back. And exhale, round. Good, come back to a neutral spine. And you're gonna come forward to all fours. So you can just roll over your ankles. And you're gonna come to all fours, a tabletop position. So your knees right under your hips, your wrists right underneath your shoulders. And here I really want you to engage your shoulders, like pull the shoulders, pull the arm bones into the socket there. So this really long spine. And on your inhale, you're gonna drop your belly, lift your chin, cow pose. And then round your back, belly comes up to the spine. Really let your neck go. Push the floor away. Good. And inhale, lift. And exhale, round. Inhale, cow. And exhale, round. Gonna come back to center, to neutral spine. And then you can rock your hips right. Feel that side body stretch all through from all the way down from the sit bone all the way up to your side. Come back to center and rock over to the left. We're just getting some hip mobility here. And to the side. Using breath. So inhale, come back to center. Exhale, drop over to the left. Good. Inhale, come back to center. Your big toes will touch behind you. Your knees are going to go out to the outskirts of your mat. And then sit your hips back. Walk your hands forward for child's pose. And then just drop your head, your forehead to the ground. If your forehead doesn't touch the ground, you can always put something right under there, whether it's like a pillow from your couch, or like I have like a DVDs or maybe some VHS you can throw under there. Whatever you have, not a big deal. So here you can either have your elbows like on the ground all the way, or for a little more action, you can walk your fingertips out more, maybe tent your fingertips so you have like little cupcakes underneath your hands. You're on the pads of your fingers and your elbows come off of the mat. So maybe a little more tricep engagement here, maybe opening up through the chest a little more. So play with that and then do whatever feels right. If it feels better to have your elbows down, bring your elbows down. And then one of my favorite things to do in this pose, especially if I have a headache or any kind of tension, or like I need to call in more patience, I will rock my head. So I'm gonna move this arm out of the way so you can see. So I'm still in child's pose and I just rock my forehead right and left. Nice and slow with breath. And that is a wonderful stress and tension reliever. And then the same thing, I'm gonna move this hand out of the way. I rock up onto the crown of my head. So I even lift my hips up, come to the crown of my head, and then come down. So try that a few times. Rocking side to side, nice and slow, or coming up onto the crown of your head if that feels okay. Good, and then from here, let's walk our hands over to the right. Your left palm will come on top of your right. Lower your forehead back to the ground. If your forehead doesn't meet the ground, that's totally okay. Just feeling your hips drop back towards your heels. And on inhale, come back to center and then walk over to the left. Walk your hands back to center. Come up to all fours, so bring your knees right back underneath your hips. Walk your hands out 1 hand's distance or so in front. Tuck your toes and we'll come up for a downward facing dog. So you lift your hips way up and back and then start to straighten your legs. So you're in this like upside down V. Imagine your body is in an upside down V. And then you can even have your knees like really bent if that's a lot on your hamstrings. Or you can start to straighten your legs, or maybe you bend one knee and then the other. So just kind of pedaling out your knees, your feet. Really let your neck go here. Oftentimes we want to like hold our neck here, like see what's happening up there. But I want you to see what's happening back here at your feet. Maybe find a landing spot with your eyes, just to land on the very back of your mat. And just get this new perspective of being upside down, right? Of seeing life from this different angle. Your feet are like hip widths apart, so there's about 2 fist widths between your feet at the back of your mat. Good, you're gonna bring your right foot all the way to your right thumb. So it doesn't matter how you get there. Maybe you can just pull it right through. Maybe you have to kind of help it along, that's okay. Bring it right up to the front. And then you're gonna drop your back knee down. And then untuck your toes. And we're just here in this low lunge. Come up to your fingertips so it's really light, like there's air between the mat and your fingertips. And then just pull your chest forward, like your heart is just pulling forward with a string. Crown of the head is reaching really long. So you're getting this nice big stretch on your left psoas and quadricep. Good. Put your hands down to the ground if you can. Tuck your back toe and then come up. So now you're in a low lunge. Put your back knees up off of the mat if you can. And then maybe you can try to come up. A little standing balance. Good. Exhale, hands to the ground. This right foot's gonna go back to meet the left. And you'll come back into downward facing dog. And take a breath, inhale through your nose, exhale through your nose. Bend your knees if you need to. Another inhale and exhale. On your next breath, your left foot's gonna come through. So take a big inhale here, left foot comes to left thumb, and drop your right knee down. Untuck your toes. Start to feel your chest and your heart reach up, right out towards the wall in front of you or the windows in front of you. Feel your shoulders drop away from your ears. Inhale. Actually, hands down. You're gonna tuck your toe, lift your knee up, little balance here. Hold your belly in nice and tight. Reaching your fingertips up. Good. Exhale, hands to the ground. Bring your left foot back to meet the right, downward facing dog. And then everybody, let's bend our knees a lot and then straighten them out. Bend your knees a lot and straighten them out. Your hands here hands are spread really wide here. So spread your fingers like you have webbing between each finger. Good. Shift forward to a high plank. Knees can come down. High plank. And then pull your elbows in, like really tight all the way to the ribs and come all the way down. And we'll just do a few rounds of cobra here. So bring your hands right underneath, keep them right underneath your shoulders. Inhale, come up. Shoulders away from your ears. Point your feet behind you. Activate your quadriceps. Exhale, lower down. Hands come out wide. Tent your fingers again. Inhale, come up. Exhale, you're gonna dip your right shoulder and inhale up. Exhale your left shoulder. You may not be up as high and that's okay. Inhale, come up. And exhale, come all the way down. Hands right underneath your shoulders. Tuck your toes. You can come up through your knees or through tabletop. If you want to challenge yourself, pull your elbows way in and then start to push yourself up into a push-up. And then downward facing dog. Really good. Bring your knees right into the middle of your mat. You can cross your ankles and we'll come back to seated. Good. And then we'll just take a few stretches here. Just bring your right leg in, left leg out. Big inhale up. Arm to the inside and then reach over to the left. Still revolving your chest open. So revolving open. Maybe you look up. Maybe that's too much on your neck and you just look down. Good. Inhale, come up. Exhale your hands down to the ground. Your right arm will come up behind you. Sweep the left arm through and you're going to come up to the shin of that right side, reaching behind you, just feeling super long. And exhale, come down. Good. Bring this, we'll just switch to the other side. Inhale, come up. Right arm comes down to the inside of your leg. Reach up and over, revolve your chest open, feeling really long through both side bodies. Your side bodies are like right here between your ribs and your hip. So you want to be really long through both sides. Good, inhale, come up. Left arm goes back down behind you. Reach up and over onto that left shin, reach behind. And exhale, come down. Good, bring your legs right out in front of you. Kind of give them a little shake. I like to go side to side, shake them out. Good, bring your right knee in, and we'll give ourselves a little twist, just wringing out our body, all of our internal organs. You can have your hand propped up right behind you. Maybe you look behind. Still breathing, inhaling and exhaling through your nose. And then come back to center. Other side. Sitting up nice and tall, and then you twist. So it's like on the inhale, you lift your spine longer, and on your exhale, possibly twist a little more. And keep doing that. Thinking inhale, lift higher, exhale, twist deeper. Good. Inhale, come back to center. Legs out in front, give them a shake. Inhale, reach, Paschimottanasana, reach forward, seated forward fold. Hands can come to your feet or to the floor or right on your shins. Just inhale with a long spine and then exhale if it's okay for your back, round forward. No judgments in yoga. So at this point, you don't want to be like, I can't, I'm not flexible. Nobody cares. It's okay. We're just practicing and moving and just getting into our body. Nobody cares. Good. On your next inhale, walk your hands in. We'll tuck our feet back underneath us. And we'll end as we started. So finding your sit bones, sitting up really tall, relaxing through the shoulders. Close your eyes, hands on your knees. Let's give our shoulders a shrug on inhale all the way up to your ears, like an intentional big shrug. And then exhale, drop the shoulders. Do that one more time. Inhale, shrug them up nice and tight. And then just release on your exhale. And feel your spine get a couple inches taller. Going back to that intention that we set at the beginning of our practice. Mine was patience. I'll try to remember that throughout the day. Try is the key word there. Bring your hands to heart center. Your thumbs can touch your heart very lightly. Bring your hands to heart center for an open heart. Bring your thumbs to forehead center for an open mind. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Namaste. I will also put in the link, I will put, or in somewhere, I'll put some links or some names to some teachers, friends of mine who are teaching full-length classes, vinyasa classes, some by donation, some, very local, so you'll know them, teachers who have taught at Yoga on Center. There's all kinds of places that are doing it. So I want to share that with them because those teachers are full-time teachers, and I think we all need to support each other in whatever way we can right now. So I hope that was good for you and helpful and felt good. And if you want to see anything else, let me know. I don't really know what I'm doing. So all I know is it's now 8:10 and I have to get to work.